Hello guys, MikuChibi here and welcome to another Sword Art Online Integral Factor video. And this video gonna be an update on the previous video that I made 3 to 4 months ago about the 72 hours headstone banner. Why it was a scam and why new players shouldn't summon all 5 steps and only should pull on the step 1, which costs 250 Arcana gems only, because they were all skills in there and they kind of pretty useless. As of 16th of May, when the maintenance just ended, we have a new 72-hour headstone banner with updated skills, better skills pool, and yeah. So I made a new account. Just have a look at the new banner because it's only available for the new players that started the game from 16th of May. In the future, they're gonna be only this one with a better version. So this is my impression on the new banner.
This looks really good. Not gonna lie, this looks really good, better than the previous head start banner. Now the question is, what skill do they have? Do they still have the old ones from 2018 2019, or do they just add more skills? Let's see. 9,999. All right. If this game will be alive, who knows? But yeah. So they're showcasing the Connect skill, of course. We have Yuuki, Asuna, and Kiritos. Let's see. Oh! Wait. I mean, these are decent. Then we have the Connect skill, which is kinda meh, I would say. Well, this is a first look here. Yep. Oh, wait. Alright, we're getting better skills here. Citron Knight, alright. Oh, Lady Fox and Amy Heart. Wait. Okay, this can be good. I don't see any passive though. No power rise. Okay. Alright, that was the all 4-star. Wow. Definitely better than the previous one. Definitely better, not gonna lie. Wait. This means that her lower skill pool. This should be better, no?
So that was my first impression on the new headstone banner. I really like it, to be honest. It's definitely better than the previous one, definitely 100% better. But the question is it worth to summon all 5 steps? Is it possible to gather all 9,000 Arcana gems within the 72 hours? Is it free-to-play friendly? And many of those questions need to be answered, of course, but it just depends you as player. Are you able to spend more time on the game within the 72 hours? Are you reading for the story? Are you playing this game for the story? Can I skip through the story? For those that are skipping through the story, you might be able to gather all 9,000 Arcana gems to be able to do all 5 summoning. Or if you will, of course, maybe it's worth, who knows? But the question is it really worth to summon all 5 steps? So that's why I'm making this video right now, to see how good the banner actually is, and with help with the tier list that I made quickly with all the new skills that are in this banner. I'm gonna talk about how strong the skills are, how useful it can be, and etc. And you don't need to take into this tier list. This game has so many skills and making tier lists can be really hard, but this tier list gonna just help me to explain a lot of stuff, what I think that can be really good for you or something. It depends how you like to play this game. So welcome to my tier list. This is all the skills that are in the newest headstone banner. Of course, they are pretty much new, a bit newer. Of course, they are not 2018 2019. I believe there are 2020 to 22 skills. Not all the skills, of course, not all the limited, but this is all the skills that are in the pool. They are definitely better than the previous one. Before, I had a lot of skills on trash, but you can see there aren't that many on trash. So this is a tier list I made that are amazing skills. That means they're really good for all content and stuff, even late game. Good, they are pretty good. They can use specific situation. Fathers, they are basically support for your mod skills, where you apply into them. Utility are support skills that helps you build to deal more damage, etc. And then we have Meh, which is like they are alright, but there are better skills that outshine them better. And then we have trash, basically pretty useless, and I don't know why they even implement them, but yeah. So let's have a look at the amazing skill. Of course, they're mostly important ones. So we have two mod skills. We have the Alice and Yuuki. Alice is a dark element, and dark element is really good for late game if you're farming when you reach the chaos, or when you're grinding for chaos armor, when you're fighting level 155 Alas, which is weak to slash dark. This one can be really good. In general, mod swords are really strong. They are clearing almost all content. But in late game, you're gonna main around 1 slash, 1 frost, and 1 blunt. So yeah, you can build around that. But if you use progress through the story, then we have really strong ally skills. Then we have Yuuki, which is slash holy or holy element, really strong for 175 a chaos showdown. Then we have 3 rapier skills, 1 connect skills, 1 burst skills, and 1 mod. Connect skills for rapier are really strong because of the cooldown. They are really strong. I will say rapier, connect rapier is a must, I will say, to have in your rapier build. If you're going to plan to build a rapier set, connect skill is really good because of cooldown, really strong, and it reduces your skill cooldown, be able to spam those, really strong. This one, I don't even have it, but it is really strong, one of the strongest burst skill for rapier. And this one, currently the latest hardest content is Chaos Showdown 195. One of the boss is weak to Frost and Dark, and this one is Frost and Dark. And this one is actually really good against it, really helpful. And if you do have it, then you can easily farm it, and that's why I put it here for late game. But early game, it can also be strong for the story. You can probably progress it, but it can be hard to activate it since it needs 3 dark frost element, and if you're only getting this one, then it might be hard to activate the burst. But if you also end up getting Sparking of Light Yuuki, which is also frost and dark, then you might be able to have easier to activate the burst. But yeah. Then we have a bow mod. This is one of the strongest, called Archer, really strong Holy Frost, and really good for in party. Of course, solo is alright, but you definitely want to use this on party when you're farming with party, or if you join a guild. This one is really good for frost content, of course. Then it's a little bit weaker, but I still consider this really strong because a lot of players using this one for frost content when they're doing party or GG raid. It's Shield Yuna. This is basically the same as Kismel. If you don't know what Kismel is, it's a Kismel, or referring to the loyal shield Kismel. She has had a bug where she increased the double damage on your skills, but now they made it as a feature, as a buff. Yuna has basically the same effect, so that's why I put it here, because having a double damage on your skills is really good. Not many that actually use this one, but if you're doing for content, farming, or want to deal high damage, then this one is really good. Elizabeth, this is the May support, Hand of Full Snacks, I believe it's called. This one is probably most wanted skills on every single player because it is really useful. She has a debuff they call Stigma. Basically, it reduces the enemy shield a lot, and that means your DPS gonna deal more damage. That's why you want to have this one. Mainly in raid, you do want at least 3 people, even 2, if you can to achieve that, but 3 to be more safety, to have this skill to apply the Stigma, and then you'll be able to kill the boss really faster. Then of course, I mentioned this many times, playing the black Yuuki is really strong for raid and etc. I will actually put it on utility mostly, but I put it for now amazing because this one is really useful for anti-healing. Now let's move on to the good ones. So good ones, you can see there's a lot of good skills in the banner. We have the mod sword. As you know, mod swords are really strong. Then we have some buff stack, Juju and Alice, that are pretty good. Rain is actually really good as well. Then we have the burst Kiritos, really good. Another mod sword, let's put it here. So we have all We have 6 mod sword here. Then we have 2 more on the amazing. Then we have rapier mod. These are alright, they are good. If you have mod fodder, of course. Then we have the maze mod. They are really good. I think this fox and nine-tail Koharu is really good, better than this one, of course. And then we have connect Yuna, and I would say this one actually really good because it gives you stack, attack stack, really good. Then we have mod dagger. They are good, but not many using mod dagger at the moment because mod sword is better than dagger. So why using mod dagger when you can use mod sword? Burst Holy Yuuki, really good one. You probably can use it for if you're farming endgame. Might be hard to activate. Same goes for Gara. Might be hard to activate as well, but they are really strong. That's why I put it good. Then we have the Mark support utility. I put them good for now. They can because they are awakening and they can help you activate rush better. But they can apply 1.5 mark, so that's me gonna deal 1.5 more damage. Really good. Once on your skills as well. Xenon, Ogre Xenon, really useful for late game when you're farming for Yasha weapons. Yasha is second highest weapon to farm, so she is frost fire, and one of the boss is called Huang. He's weak to frost fire as well, so this one is really good. Then we have another frost earth, really good bow. Then we have this one. I put it good for now. I could put it on fodder if I want, but this one can be also useful to being mod itself, but you can also use it as mod fodder if you want, so it's a little bit flexible. Then we have the Fox Xenon. This, I believe, it gives crit damage, so if you're playing Suicide Bow, this one is really good. This one also is good. This one gives crit damage, this one gives crit rate, and the Hammered Burst, only useful for Frost Earth content, but it is actually really strong. I believe this one is one of the strongest bursts for bow. Then we have 2 Reckless Courage support skills. Maybe I should put on utility, but there are support skills as well, and they can be really strong. I believe Kari is a little bit better than Xena because of the animation. Xena has a slow animation, which is harder to give the buff, but Scar should be better, but they give the same buff, of course. But the lower HP you have, the more attack you will get and the more damage you will do. So that's why they're really good. Then we had the Mod Axe. These 3 are really, 5, 6. Yeah, they have 6 Mod Axe, which can be really good. Koharu can be debatable. Because she has really slow animation, people don't really consider her really good. Maybe she's in the meh tier, but for AoE, when you're farming for core metals core metal plus, the core can be really good for Skull Reaper. And we then have Ninja Argo, really good for weapon XP farming. She gives attack stack, I believe, and also deal a lot of damage. You can also put her as a mod fodder if you want, so pretty much flexible. This is the Fox Lifa. She gives you crit buff. She basically the same as other crit buffer that gives 100% or 75% crit rate if your max HP is 100k. And above that, it should be more. That have... Oh wait, why do I put it here? Maybe I should put the axe here. Yeah, I should put the axe here because they are utility buff, are a little bit more flexible, but they are really good. Actually, let's put it back. I really like Sanya. She's really good support, really good. Also really strong as well at axe itself. But yeah, she is really good. Yuuki can be a utility so far. Then we have the Burst Sachi, really strong one. This one is also really strong. Then we have the Mod Spear. This one is also strong. I believe this better, Dark Frost Spear. But for now, this one is good, I would say. Then we have another Mod Spear, Mod Spear, Mod Spear. They are really good. Then we have Wind Mod bow, which is also really strong. we can debate on the animation, but still I put it good now. If you know how to use it, you should be able to use it once you clear the floor. I don't remember, there's a skill that is free that you can use as fodder to help support your bow mode. Now, do you want to know something interesting? This is the only passive they have in the Headstart banner, the only passive. This one actually really good as well, because the Advanced Trooper gives you flat attack, it gives you crit damage, and etc. Really good one. Now for the fodders, we have a lot of rapier fodders, and all of these are really good. All of these are really good. Then we have dagger fodders, they're also really good. Bow fodders, one of the most wanted bow fodder, of course, because it's one slot, it gives you 100% more damage. Then we have the spear fodder. It is alright, but there are definitely better ones. Then we have 2 axe fodder. I think Algo is better than Asuna. Now, utility skills, these are support, of course. So this is support. I think most noticeable that are really good, probably this one, Elizabeth. Then we can go for Citron for double damage, debuff attack and defense, I believe. Yeah, they are the best one. Then we have, yeah, we don't need to talk about, they are support, they are really good. I use most of these skills that I have on my main account. So that was all the skill I want to cover. We don't need to cover these because they are fine, but I don't want to talk a lot. This video pretty long. Anyway, in general, if you're only playing for the main story, all the skill can be clear with the main story. You have to build around the skills and stuff, and you learn a lot if you do the tutorial. Of course, reading the tutorial, they give really good instruction. Yeah, if you're more into competitive or want to clear high-end content, then you might look for this high tier, especially this amazing skill. This tier amazing, they are really good. Then some of the good skill you might need as well, etc. And you might need to focus on one build, of course, one weapon, of course. Then you want to focus on the second and third. But yeah, but the question is, let me see if I can bring it up. Now the question is it worth to summon all 5 steps? In total, it costs 9,000 Arcana gems, and you know it's kind of hard to gather 9,000 Arcana gems within the 72 hours. You have 72 hours only, which can be really hard if you want to, if you don't want to spend a long time into the game. I will say step 1 is definitely worth to summon on, so you always want to summon on step 1 because it only costs 250 Arcana gems to use, and it's really easy to collect this. And then step 2, it is alright if you did not get anything good on step 1, but I would rather save the 1,250 Arcana gems for something else, for future banner, if you want to catch up with other players. And now we have step 3, 4, 5, which is kind of special. Step 3, you're guaranteed to get Yuuki skills. Step 4, you're guaranteed to get 1 Asuna skill. And step 5, you're guaranteed to get 2 Kiritos skills. But now, let's see. So, we have the Yuuki skill, Asuna skill, and Kiritos skill. Yuuki has, let's see, 8 skills. Asuna has 12 skills, and Kiritos has 13 skills. Now, step 3. Yuuki, you have 11 chance to get something from this. We know already this one is really good. This one is a mod sword, which is really good. This one is decent. Then we have dagger you support. We have the mod rapier, which is also really amazing. Support spear, mod spear, and support axe. They are really good. If you're looking for sword, let's say you didn't get mod sword in step 1 and step 2, then you might have to go for step 3 to get a mod sword if you want to clear the content, because you have 3 mod skill here, they have a chance, so 3 of 8, which is real high, 33% chance, but you rather want this one to be able to clear better content and even clear high-end content. And if you did not end with a mod sword and you like to play sword, then I will just restart the game and try again. Try to get mod sword on step 1, that's the most important thing. But if you're only for the main story, anything works, so you can just skip this. But this is mostly for people that want to be more competitive or try to clear even high end content, end game content. But yeah, let's say you end up with rapier, mod rapier and stuff, then you might go for step 4, because step 4 Asuna has some skills, especially if you want to burst for even higher end game content. You want the mod fodder. I will say focus this mod fodder, and connect skill of course, but you probably can get it in general. So yeah, step 4 might be worth for you looking for build rapier. If you're looking for other weapons, axe, spear, bow, and other except for sword and rapier, then you can focus only on step 1. That is only worth. Step 2 is not worth if you're not focused on Yuuki or Asuna. But yeah, step 5, getting 2 guaranteed Kirito. I don't think it's really worth it, because the only thing that is really good in Kiritos skills are these 2 here. 2 mod sword, I mean 3 mod sword. They are really good. You don't really need that. This one is as well a mod sword, but you don't really need it because it's earth. You don't need the burst, you don't need connect, you don't need this awakening, you don't need this support, you don't need this dagger, you don't need this bow. It's crit, you can get crit somewhere else or use deal pure damage. You don't need this spear support, you don't need this spear support, you don't need this axe. So only 3 that are really good, and the rest is really bad if you're aiming for high-end content. That's why I rather skip Kirito, step 5. So in short, focus on step 1 mostly if you want to reroll. Step 2 is alright if you want more skill. Step 3 if you're aiming for any of the Yuuki skills here, really good. I think step 1, 2, and 3 are worth it if you want a Yuuki skill. Step 4 is only if you get the rapier mod or this rapier, and of the strong amazing rapier here, then you might try to get for the fodder and another rapier mod. But yeah, and step 5, skip it. It's not really worth it. So in short, step 1 is more worth it to summon on, and if you want reroll for better, then it's still worth to do really fast to reroll as well. But yeah, so hopefully this video will help the new players that you started the game, help to understand how great the skills are. And yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care and bye bye. Oh, right. If you have any question, just leave in the comments and I will try to answer every single question when I can. So don't be afraid to ask. I will try my best to answer the best answer you can get. But yeah, once again, take care now and bye-bye.